Hello and welcome to Toy Polloi 2, and today we have an unboxing video as I bought a couple of things and a couple of packages have arrived here. So let's get straight on with the unboxing. I'll show you what I bought and then we'll see what's been sent in. These first two packages are things that I've bought. One of them is parts for a future project and one of them is something for the Nerd Vest. I'm often working on projects here and I need parts to sort of be able to complete them, and people seem to be enjoying the custom dioramas that I'm working on over on Toy Polloi, and for those I need a lot of LEDs, so I tend to buy these pre-wired LEDs, and the project I have planned next requires quite a few white LEDs, so I've bought 10 of them this time. Normally I just buy them in lots of 5, but as I know I'm going to require quite a few, I have 10 here, and the more you buy the cheaper they get, so that is a really useful thing to have arrived. Now this is something for the Nerd Vest. I saw this on Facebook actually, but then got in touch with the guy who's making them on Instagram. I will put a link to his Instagram account in the description. His name is Russ. He has been making some custom iron-on patches, and these ones are themed around Action Force, and here we have a Red Shadows patch for my jacket, and as you can see it has this really lovely version of the Red Shadows head on there with the skull logo. I think these are really nice. He said that he's going to be making some more sort of coming along in the future, so it's well worth checking out his Instagram. I think I'm going to be buying more off him, but this is certainly going to go on one of my Nerd Vests. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Next up we have this package from friend of the channel Heath. I'm not particularly sure what is inside here, but I think it's related to a recent unboxing I did, so let's open this up and see what Heath has sent in. Okay, so there's a note, and I can see a few exciting bits in here. There are a couple more Miles Mayhems for the Mile of Mayhem, and we have some cars, which I do believe I know what they are. So it says here, "Hey Dave, here are a couple of slam shifter cars I had spare to go with the launcher you received recently. I had to fix the Jeep up a bit with spare tyres and reattaching the base, but the truck needs a new bumper and grille. Also included are 2 miles and a Battle of the Planets pin. Enjoy, Heath." Well, Heath, thank you so much. Yeah, recently in one of the unboxings, I got a launcher for these things called slam shifters made by Ideal. It's not a toy line that I knew anything about. The idea is that you sort of lock these onto the launcher and you hit the back of the launcher and they fire off. I guess it clips onto there. I've never seen them before and they look really pretty cool. So yeah, Heath has sent these over. These are project vehicles, but at least I've now got something to launch on my slam shifter launcher. Then we can see we have a couple more Miles Mayhems. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm getting closer to a sort of a goal with the Mile of Mayhem project. So that is a lovely blue version of Miles Mayhem. We have another one here, which is in slightly rougher condition, but do you know what? Condition doesn't matter. It's the amount of them I need. So those will be going in the collection. And then we have a pin, again, another pin that I can put on one of the Nerd Vests. This is the Gatchaman Battle of the Planets logo. It's a really nice little pin, that. Very cool indeed. So Heath, thank you ever so much. I believe I've already sent you a Mile of Mayhem sticker, but I'm going to send you another because these are new ones to the collection. So thanks again for sending this all over. This package here has actually come in from a friend of mine who I went to school with many, many years ago. Nigel got in touch with me recently to say that he was at his mum's house and they'd found a few bits and could they send them down to me. And of course I said yes, because it's really nice to sort of keep in touch with people that I've known for all these years and for them still to be interested in the sort of things that I do. So thanks straight away, Nigel, for sending this over. But let's take a look and see what has been sent in. I'm really quite excited. It feels like quite a heavy box. So let's open this one up and see what's inside. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, the box is a Starbird from MB. This is an absolutely fantastic toy. I wanted one of these for so many years as a child, and I actually bought myself one a few years ago. There are a couple of different variants of it. This looks like a later variant. It's just a fantastic toy. It makes noises. You tilt it up and down. It makes sort of engine noises, and you can fire lasers. Fantastic thing. So that is what the box is, but it feels like there's a lot more in there. So let's open this up and see what else is inside the box. Right, got some extra bubble wrap. Take that off. I can see there's a note there. Let me have a quick look at the note. So the note says, "Hello Dave, I hope you received the Starbird and other items. Sending on behalf of my boy who never quite grew up, Nigel, who is happily settled into family life in the USA. We hope this finds you well. I remember you from many years ago, and happy memories indeed. Nigel and I really wanted you to have these things. He sends the very best of regards, and so do I. Nigel's mum, Pauline." Well, thank you, Pauline, and thank you, Nigel. This is so kind of you to send these in. Yeah, we spent a lot of time growing up together, so yeah, it's always nice to receive things like this, because chances are I probably played with these around at Nigel's house. So here we have the Starbird. As I say, this is a fantastic toy. I wonder whether this one works. I'll have to give that a try later. It's just such an amazing toy. I can see it's actually got the little wing things that you have to clip on here. I think otherwise it looks pretty complete. I was missing the little gun here. That is always missing. That's such a tiny piece. I possibly have a spare one, but that is a really nice thing. I will see if I can get that one working. I like this toy. It's just such a sort of fun thing to play with. So I can then see we have a headless Action Man. He's certainly been through the wars. This is a Blue Pants era Action Man, so it's very common for the head of these to fall off. The elastic perishes and the head falls off. But I can see that we have a bag there with some bits in and some other pieces. So, but let me have a rearrange and we'll take a look at what else is in this box. Ooh, and actually, in fact, I can see there's another Action Man hiding underneath there, so we'll take him out as well. So what do we have? Well, there straight away there are two Action Men. These are both the Blue Pants era Action Man. This guy was hiding underneath. He is missing his feet and his head has fallen off. Yeah, as I say, that's a very common problem. This guy just has a missing head. I can see here we have a bag of pieces. Let's open that up because I can see a head in there, which looks like it's one of the ones to fit on this. Oh, in fact, there are two heads and a whole load of accessory pieces. So we have two eagle eye versions of the head, so those can go on those figures, and they are the right ones. They've got the right sort of posts inside, so we can get those attached. We have a couple of feet as well, but those aren't the feet from that figure. These are, I'm going to say those are Atomic Man's feet, just because they've got the silver posts. So, but yeah, those are the feet for a different figure. Then we've got a few accessories. That is actually from one of the A-Team figures, but these other pieces all look like they are Action Man parts. So some useful pieces. Apart from that, what is that? I don't recognise that at all. If you do, leave a comment below. Doesn't look like Action Man to me. Then we have a Corgi bat bike, which has certainly had a lot of playware to it. This is missing the figure. It looks like part of the bottom is broken, needs some stickers on it, but that is a nice little item as well. Then we have a couple of other Matchbox vehicles. This is a Sea King's aircraft carrier from 1976, that one says. And this is a guided missile destroyer, again, Matchbox Sea Kings. Those are pretty cool. I remember playing with these sorts of things as a child because I love these little bits, the little aeroplanes and the helicopters that you could twist around on the top of them. Those were the sort of the most exciting parts of these. I always wanted to remove them, but they were firmly held in place. We have one other bag here as well. Let's see what is in this one. Oh, we've got some Superman bits and also a Spider-Man helicopter. So we've got the mini version of Superman's Supermobile with the spring-loaded fists. I think you press that button there. I remember playing with this as a child as well. It's a great little toy. I don't have one of these in my collection. I often see them at the toy fairs thinking I should grab one. Now I've got one. And then we have the larger version as well, which is yeah, it looks like it's in sort of slightly worse for wear condition. This one should have some missiles that fire out the front, and again the fists that pop out, but both of those fists are missing. We've got something stuck on there, not quite sure what that is, but again, that's quite a nice project. And then finally we have here, this is Spider-Man's helicopter. Again, very played with. You've got bits missing off the end. Some of his little feet are missing there, but a nice little vehicle nonetheless. So Nigel, thanks ever so much, and Pauline as well. Thank you ever so much for sending these over. These are going to be fun things to work on. I'm going to have to see if I've got some spare feet for this guy. I think I might do. But before I end this video, let's do one final thing. Let's check to see if this Starbird actually works. So we'll take this out of the box. If we unclip this front section, we should be able to get to the battery compartment. I can just open that with a knife. It's fairly dirty, this thing, but sometimes these just work. There's not any corrosion as far as I can see in there, just a bit of dirt and grime. So let's grab a battery, plug this in, pop that back in. I think that grime is actually just the sponge that would have held the battery in place. There would have been a little bit of sponge just sort of pushing the battery sort of up into the holder there. I think that's just perished, so let's put this all back together and we'll give it a go. We'll switch it on. Oh, it's working. Well, there you go, an old toy that still works. These things were built to last, so all this needs is a good clean and a bit of TLC, but the whole thing works. That is absolutely amazing. And there we go, that is it for today's unboxing. I do need to say a massive thank you to Heath for sending in a couple more Miles Mayhems for the Mile of Mayhem project, and also the slam shifters. Those are really cool things. And also a massive thanks to Nigel and his mum Pauline for very kindly sending in the remains of his childhood collection. Those are going to be some really fun projects, and I'm very much looking forward to getting those action men back up and standing on their own 2 feet. That is, at least if I can find a couple of feet for him, but I'm sure I've got those. So thanks to all of them, and if you want to grab yourself one of the Red Shadows patches, I will put a link to that Instagram account in the description. So hopefully this video has been of interest to you. If it has, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then why not head on over to my main channel Toy Polloi and subscribe there as well. And thanks for watching.